Hey everyone, Jen O'Sullivan, and welcome back to lesson 2 of your business building basics. So this series is going through all the things you need to know to get started in the Young Living business. So we're covering a lot of basics, and this one is no different because we're going to learn how to know what your driving purpose is and how to set your beliefs. Okay, so this is a really important foundational thing to get under your belt. So again, get your notebook out, start taking notes. And oftentimes in this business, you're going to hear people call it your why when you start learning what is your driving purpose or your definite major purpose, some other people call it. Whatever it is that drives you to the core or from the core. So oftentimes you're going to hear some really surface reasons like I like helping people, or I'm doing it for my kids, or I'm not very healthy so I want to get healthy. Those are all surface reasons. And that's not really a driving factor for why you're doing this. Now, it could be, like I said, a surface reason, but just think about it. What if when you get healthy, what's your purpose then? Or when your kids grow up and are no longer in the house, what's your purpose? Or if your purpose is to get financially free, right? You want to do this business so that you can get financially free. What happens when you become financially free? That's no longer your why. So those are really surface whys, and they're okay. But what we want to do is get to the root cause of your why. So I like to ask multiple whys to get down to the root cause of your why. When I was a kid, my mom and dad used to be like, shut up. They really were with me. They just straight up, it was just too much because I was the little annoying kid that would ask why 1,000 times. Like, why? 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 And you could never get and finally they would just have to say, I don't know, right? But here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down a few reasons why you think you're doing this. Why do you think you want to do this? Maybe it's because you do want to be financially free, and that's okay, so write it down. Maybe it's because you really, really do love helping people and you want to make a difference in this world. Write it down. Then what I want you to do, or maybe it's your kids, right? For me, that was my very first entry point to getting into oils, was because I was having a baby. I wanted to have a baby, and I just wanted it to be healthier. I wanted to have a healthier lifestyle for myself and my husband and my baby. That was the reason I got into oils, but that was not a reason for me to start doing the business, okay? So it got me in, but then what kept me going? So what I want you to do is ask the question why. So when you say, okay, we'll use financially free. I want to be financially free. Why? Because I want to be able to buy and pay for anything and not have to worry about money. Why? Well, I grew up with constant money worries because my parents got a divorce early, and there was always this unrest of when are we going to get the alimony payment and how is this going to work, and there was a lot of unrest around money. Why? Well, my dad and mom got a divorce, so it was a very confusing time for me, and my mom had to go back to work because of the divorce. Why? Okay, when you get to a why that is sort of a block where I have no clue what happened there, like that was not part of I was a child, right, a product of divorce, but I don't know what their issues actually were. I mean, I could guess, but that wasn't my life. So when you get to a block where you don't know why, you have to actually change the question to why is that important to you, or why does that affect you? And so for me, it was, why is that important to me? And, they got a divorce. I don't know why. Okay, well, why does that upset you, or why does that matter to you? And it matters to me because I don't want that to ever happen to my own child, right? If there's a financial situation or a crisis in the family, I don't want there ever to be a situation where the crisis causes financial scarcity or nervousness for my son. I never want him to be in that situation of feeling really embarrassed about not being able to buy a letterman's jacket when you letter, right? Or not being able to have groceries and having to eat leftovers that have mold on them that we have to scrape off. Like, that was my life, and I never want that to happen for my son, right? So asking down to the root cause of the why, you start realizing there's there's something deeper there that for me, it's like, that is never happening again. And I never want that to happen again. So yes, of course I want to be financially free because I want my son to have that freedom as well so that there's never that issue for him. And it gets down to that root of, I don't want that to happen for anyone. That's awful. That's an awful place to be. And I know many of you guys are going through that. And you just, no more. We just want to say we're done. We're done with all of that. Okay, so getting down to that why is very important. Helping people, you're going to go down that questioning again. Why does that, does that matter to you? Why is it hurtful to you, right? There's all those questions. You can kind of dig a little deeper until your why sort of makes you cry, right? Where you're like, wow, one of my driving whys for why I help so many people for free, like why I actually do this without payment, right? I'm constantly out there doing videos and helping as many people as possible, is because I don't like it when people get duped. Like, I really have a hard time with that. And I could tell you stories about why, but when I did this why, getting all the way down, it came from a very root childhood thing that happened to me because I was a very gullible child. And someone that was very close to me took advantage of that and hurt me over and over and over again. And it's painful. And so I have this like righteous, I have to make sure people don't get duped. It's why I'm constantly researching and I'm constantly trying to get to the bottom of things. And so when I share something with you that is from some hypey thing that everybody's freaking out about, I will find the actual reality of that story to help you guys know, no, this is the reality of it and I don't want you guys to be duped, right? That's my purpose. And so I want you guys to really dig deep and figure out what is your driving purpose, right? Who are you and how come you're driven that way? What has set you up to be the person that you are today, okay? So then the next thing I want you to do is start setting your beliefs. Your beliefs are threefold, okay? You're going to deal with 3 areas in your beliefs. One of them is a simple product belief, right? We can all get on board with products, okay? If you have any issues with any products, meaning you are not a fan, right? Because you're never going to love 100% of everything. We have over 600 products. It's never going to be something where you're like, I love everything, right? Like I personally have celiac, so I can't use some of the products that have wheat germ. It doesn't mean they're bad products, by the way. They're actually fantastic products. I personally can't use them. I would never badmouth them, okay? That's the difference. It's that they're actually really good products. I actually understand the value, the massive value of wheat germ oil, okay? Very, very good on your skin. But for me, I can't use it. So I just don't talk about it. So whenever I have a product that I, can't personally use, I have no personal experience with it. So I just don't talk about it. And it's not a big deal because there's, 580 other products that I can use, right? And so I want you to remember that you really do need to become a product of the product. You really do need to research the products, understand them, have this core belief in the fact that the products are good. We have amazing products. I don't like any company that tries to get you to sell the opportunity without loving the product. You actually need to love the product and be a true believer in the product first, okay? The second thing, though, is that you need to be a true believer in the company. And if you believe hypey posts that are out there that are not true, by the way, or they're filled with half-truths that make them look really bad, which there's always another side to the story, and that's where I come in. I like to kind of, dispel all those myths and rumors. But do know, you gotta have a foundational core driven, like, I believe in this company. I back this company. I love this company. I want you to really hone in. If you have any doubts in your mind, right? For me, it was always like, oh, they are expensive. I really used to think that, and I'm just going to have to get around that until I started actually understanding that our products are far cheaper than every other product on the market and way better. When I started understanding that, like our toothpaste, right? I used to like, I don't really like our toothpaste. It's very expensive and it kind of, doesn't really foam up. When I learned that you take one little pea-size amount and it's a polish, it's not meant to foam up in your mouth. It's a different type of product. That toothpaste lasts forever. My teeth are cleaner than they ever have been. It's mind-blowing. It's cheaper because it lasts longer. Like our Thieves cleaner, right? lasts like a year. It's like almost ridiculous. It's almost criminal. So when you start to take anything that you have, and you all have them, you all have some sort of limiting belief in the back of your head. Oh, MLMs, you know, they're a scam and my friends are not, you know, I have so many people that tell me, yeah, all my friends are really against MLMs, so I'm not quite sure. Watch my post on why Young Living is not your traditional MLM, right? It's, you know, there's a 10 reasons why, the top 10 reasons Young Living is not a traditional MLM. Those are things that you've got to get over. You've got to like take your beliefs and figure out how you can flip them on their head, because they're just limiting beliefs. That's all they are. And so many of you guys have these limiting beliefs that are spilling over into your business, and you don't want any part of those. Probably one of the biggest things that all the diamond leaders are working on is limiting beliefs, limiting beliefs, limiting beliefs. Let's make sure that we are getting rid of our limiting beliefs. Like, I don't have any friends. There's nobody out there that are going to buy from me. Everybody has limiting beliefs, and they're not true. Like, they are not true. If I said to you, Orange County is just inundated with so many oils and nobody's going to use my oils, I'm going to tell you right now, I know of one person on my entire block that uses this product. The rest don't. That's not impacted. But if you looked at Orange County as a whole, a lot of people say it's impacted. Well, really, it isn't. There's no diamond leader in all of Orange County. The one that we had just moved, right? There's no diamond leader in Los Angeles. I mean, that's a huge county. So limiting beliefs are limiting people from actually breaking through their own glass ceilings. So we want you to have a really, really good, solid belief system when it comes to the company. Okay, so the products and the company. But the third thing is your personal beliefs. Your personal beliefs have to be honed in. You've got to figure out what are the things that are blocking you and move forward from that, right? I'm not a good salesperson. I'm just not cut out for this. Oh, all my other friends are so much better. I'm an introvert. I'm a green, right? Like all these people, everybody has their own reason. You're like, I don't even know what that is, right? But everybody has their own reasons for why their own personal beliefs are going to block them. You've got to be a true believer in yourself. Not even kidding you. So you have to be a true believer in your product, a true believer in your company, and a true believer in yourself. Those three things are paramount to this business, and I will tell you, you will continually be working on all three. Eventually, you'll get to a point where you are just like head over heels, like 100 gajillion% sold on the product. Then you start going to conventions and the farms, and you like, I love this company. Those things become very easy. The thing that you are going to be working on over and over and over again is you. Okay? And be okay with that. You know, your leaders are gonna throw books at you and tell you, like, really read this one. They're gonna say maybe you need to get a coach. The coach is gonna help you work through limiting beliefs. These are all things that are very powerful that can stop you in your tracks in this business. So those three things I want you to get a handle on, plus really understanding your driving purpose or your why. All right, so that's it for this lesson number 2. I hope you're taking lots of notes and getting a lot out of this, and I encourage you to share these out with your friends, get people on board with you, do it together. It's so much more fun doing it together. Again, Jen O'Sullivan, and we will see you on lesson number 3. We're going to be setting goals and choosing a sales strategy. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye.